Great. So one of the things that we want to emphasize is that we no longer want to think about active versus passive or active versus index. With the growth over the last couple of decades in the number and types of indices and the number and types of ETFs, it really is all blending together. And what you want to think of it as is a continuum. So on the left-hand side, you have sort of pure beta. So say an S&P 500 index fund or a Russell 3000 index fund. On the right-hand side, a purely actively managed mutual fund that's not following any index, any particular quantitative strategy. They're doing fundamental bottom-up investing, and they're just seeking to get alpha, return in excess of the risk that's involved. But if you look in between, there's all sorts of indices. So Danny mentioned factor investing. So you have factor-based indices, you have fundamental weighted indices. And if you think about that, those are all have some degree of activity. So for example, there's the MSCI USA Quality Index, and there are ETFs that follow that index, and that index screens based upon profitability, leverage, consistency of earnings. So there's a degree of active management built into that index. So if you're following that index, you're actually following a strategy that's part active and part passive. So we want to get away from this active versus passive or active versus index. You really can choose now from strategies that are part passive, part active, perhaps following an index or following a new index that's based upon fundamental weights or fundamental factors. So smart beta, for example. So there's a whole variety. You can see that index and active strategies are now all being mingled together.